So there you have it, guys, our first dance-off of the season, and we have to say goodbye to Brian and Laura. Oh, the emotion is going to be so high here because they are such an integral part of this show. Everybody loves them. I'm going to try and grab them now for a chat. Here we go. Laura, oh, come here to me. You're brilliant. You're just brilliant. You're amazing. Brian, I'm going to try and grab Brian. You stay there. Brian, can I get...
That it was only so far it was going to take me. I am a bit annoyed about one thing. I didn't get a chance to dance to a Britney number.
Well, look.
Yeah.
So I'll be sending a stern email.
We can arrange this.
Can we?
But I mean, Laura, when you look at what Brian achieved, he, as it made history last week.
Yes, I mean, that was a big reason
you
for it.
came
Totally.
in here, you conquered it,
Yeah.
and you did it with style. Laura,
Yes.
you must, he's the dream partner.
He was an absolute dream. I said from the beginning, all I wanted was somebody who could give their heart and give
Yeah.
everything, and you did. You gave 150%.
No, I did.
He threw himself into everything, and what I thought he was really great at is, which is very difficult for a non-dancer, is to perform every number.
Yeah.
You took on a role, you took on the character,
Yeah.
and you were
That
absolutely,
was
from start
actually,
to finish, you were amazing.
we were joking recently, and I was saying the best thing about this show is the getting the hair, the makeup, and the costumes. The worst thing about the show is the dancing.
Yeah.
So if it didn't have to do the dancing, maybe I would, yeah. But look, it was an experience of a lifetime. I've been asked to do it before, and this was the right time for me to do it, you know, to come outside my comfort zone. I know people say on reality shows, they've met friends for life. I've done enough to know, you know, that I have done that with
Yeah.
amazing people, with Laura, and we have laughed every day
single
since
day.
December.
But I mean, I honestly think that you have, out of all our couples over the years, one of the tightest bonds ever. I mean, is he your best friend now?
Oh, he really is.
Yeah.
We
know each other.
Yeah, we spend every single day together.
Yeah.
Yet we used to go home and message each other.
What I'm really, also what I'm happy about is on Friday night we all went out for Valentine's.
We did.
And we probably had one or two drinks more than we should.
Why
But-
not?
No, but I'm actually quite happy that I enjoyed, without knowing it was my last week, that I enjoyed it fully.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it's about. Yeah, look, you don't want to go to be the first one with the dance up, but it's going to happen every week because that's what the show's about. It is what it
Brian,
is.
as you said, you know, limited to zero experience.
zero
You
experience,
made
yeah.
it to week 7.
Yes,
Did you
I
ever
know.
think you'd get that far?
Honestly, the dream was switch up.
Yeah.
Anything past that was going to be a bonus, and I got a week in, just the Britney number.
Look,
I know.
it'll happen, guys.
It'll happen.
But honestly, I mean, people online are saying, Brian, I don't think we've ever had anyone like you, and I don't think we ever will have anyone like you again.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
He's incredibly special.
You're an extreme person.
Thank
so
you.
special.
Thank you.
I have to say, I have never met someone so genuine. And
Oh, don't get upset. No, she gets upset, I get upset. It's like I said, I was like, Grania, you better hold it together. Because if you start to tear up, I tear up if I see other people tear
I
up.
know,
That's
I
when
know.
I get it. I'm like, I feel...
all we've done is cry.
Oh, yeah, we've cried and we've laughed. Yeah.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
it's been a roller coaster.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Brian, you've been a pleasure.
Thank you,
Thank
darling.
you
I
so
love getting
much.
to know you and
He
work with
is.
you.
He's a gem, he is.
Oh, thank
and
you.
sure, look, come back next week.
No.
Okay.
Don't want to come out there and pay me.
Oh, I love it.
Brian out, mic drop.
Always.
Boom.
That's how it's done. Brian and Laura,
Thank you.
legends.
Thank
you
you.
so much. Now, Sinead and Ryan,
How's it going?
well done. Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank
Guys,
you.
I mean, look.
So sorry.
Posture check.
Completely walking in
The mohawk going in. Okay, Sinead, was that intense?
It was intense at the end, just obviously saying goodbye to Brian.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's everyone almost jokes about it. The dreaded dance off, but can anything prepare you for it?
Do you know what? I was kind of prepared for it in my head with the dance off. I kind of went into it going, you know, it's a possibility, and kind of keep that in my mental space. So actually, I wasn't really thrown with it. It's just the end. It's just that end bit. It's just like, yeah.
No. Ryan, Sinead was phenomenal tonight. I mean, were you surprised to see her in the dance off?
I was surprised because she was top of the leaderboard last week, and then she was at the top of the leaderboard this week. So, yeah, really shocked and surprised. However, I always have her prepared for anything. So she was mentally prepared. She's mentally strong. So I didn't really have to say anything. She's already in there.
Because
Yeah.
when you come off stage after finding it, you come off, you just warmed yourself up, you take it did it again.
Yeah,
A true
absolutely.
pro.
Yeah, well, you have to be like that
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, this is a competition. It is
Yeah.
competition. So we're fighting for a place here, and if that's if we're in the bottom 2, then we have to fight for the fact that we get to dance to the orchestra next week. So,
And speaking
Yes.
of looking forward,
Oh my
Sinead,
God,
dancing
yeah.
with the orchestra.
I mean, we were there during the week. It's just phenomenal, the track. I mean, that is going to be a really special night. And just to get to do that, it's going to be really, really good.
Can I just say one thing? I
Brian,
just
go
think that
for it.
Brian and what he stands for this show has been absolutely amazing, and I think that he's moved the show forward, and he's been very progressive with it. And he's a lovely man, and
Yeah.
he's an absolute pleasure and an honour to be around.
He's 1 in a million, literally.
He is.
Yeah, he's
One in a
amazing,
million.
and he will be sorely missed.
Yeah, totally.
In the cast.
He's kind of, I felt like the heart of the show, to be honest. And like we see him every day when we go into rehearsals. So to not have him bouncing around the place, I'm really going to miss him.
It might be a little bit quieter. Just maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely will. Yeah, but it'll be much missed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Sinead and Ryan, these are fantastic. Through to
Oh,
next
thanks,
week.
James. Thank
Onwards and
you.
upwards.
Thank
Two
you.
legends.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. Thank you. Now, who am I going to grab next for a chat? Okay, follow me. Follow me. Oh! I see I'm being directed over here. Come on. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to have to come in here very quickly. Oh, we're just live there on the L Facebook. Sorry.
This is the Bishop of San Jose in
Oh,
California.
hello, Bishop. How are you? Lovely to meet you. How are you? What did you think of Father Ray?
I think he's fabulous. I'm going to take up the tango myself
There you go.
after that.
I love it. Father Ray, you're converting everyone
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but anyways.
into the dancing.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I have a quick chat with Father
No,
Ray?
absolutely.
You
be
can
there
hang
one
about
second.
here as well.
2 seconds, I'll have photographs then. All right.
Absolutely. Below the pictures then. Father Ray, you're through.
Oh,
How are you
mother,
feeling?
Miracles do happen, James, you know. I'm very excited. It's the most strange feeling when the three couples were on the floor there. And, you know, part in my head, it was like a tug of war. Part of me said, yeah, it's okay to go. But another part of me said, well, I'd like to stay, you know. And when Brian and Sinead then were called out for, and I got through, it's so weird. It's a weird feeling. And then they did the dance off, and Brian is such a character. We're so excited having him with us all the time,
Yes,
you know.
yeah.
And it's like a member of a family just broken up,
Yeah.
you know. And it does get you. It does get you.
Of course it does.
Because we've become great friends and everything, you know.
Absolutely. And Father Ray, I mean, you've improved every week.
Yeah.
And you might get the odd negative comment here and there, but what would you say to people who are saying, oh, Father Ray perhaps should be gone now, or, you know, he's getting lower scores? You're giving it your all, aren't
Well,
you?
I am giving it my all. And look, not that many people are, in fact, saying it, but they're entitled to their opinion. But,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they should have a go themselves and see how they try it, and you know, and then give the opinion after that.
100%. And as you said, you're improving each week.
Yeah.
The judges are saying that as well. And what you always do is you perform.
I try to perform anyway, yeah, and enjoy it. And I think the enjoyment was shown very much tonight in my performance, in my dancing, stroke performance.
Look, you were a dancer.
And that's
Father
what
Ray.
I felt I bring to the audience and bring to the people watching at home as well.
And it's so obvious because, I mean, you're getting the votes.
I'm getting the votes,
So
yeah.
how does it feel to know that you have the support of those people at home?
Well, I'm really excited, but I always say, you know, if I'm bringing a little bit of positiveness and light into their lives, sure, what harm is that?
Why
you know?
not?
What harm
All
is
the
that?
more. Father Ray, thank you so much.
My pleasure,
And
James.
come here, orchestra next week.
Wow, yeah, really exciting.
I
Really
can't wait to see
exciting.
what you have up your sleeve. It's going to be great.
Let you know next week.
Thank you so much,
God
Father
bless,
Ray.
James. Take
Now,
care.
I've Ryan here. Sorry, everyone. I tell you, trying to get people. Ryan Andrews.
Wow,
Well,
we got there.
you got there. You
Yeah.
were sensational.
Oh.
Julia, come on
Julia
in
thought
here.
that.
Guys.
Glass is still on.
They're still on. They're
Yeah,
still
I
on.
can't see without them.
Sure, you're seeing right through to Orchestra Week, aren't you?
Oh, that was a good one.
That was
Do you know
a
what?
good
one.
I
Oh.
embraced the dance tonight.
I don't have anything.
Any other ones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
no,
gotta
no,
But we'll think of
brace
some.
ourselves for next week.
Ah.
Very
That was
good.
nice. That was good.
Yes.
Guys, the dance.
Yeah.
So first of all, you're standing there waiting to hear your name. Then when you saw Sinead, Father Ray, and Brian walk down, what was going through your head?
Anything could have, anything could have happened. We were just like, who's gonna go? Who's gonna be safe?
Yeah.
And
Like a lot of pros have gone through this before, but it's our first time.
Yeah.
So it's like they're kind of used to it. We're not, so it was a complete shock. And Sinead and Brian, and also like Brian genuinely is the life and soul of this whole show. I think on my behalf, he brings so much life and energy, and he'd be
Missed.
really missed. You know.
I mean,
so-
he should be so proud of himself because he did great. He did. Julia, from a pro perspective, how good was he?
Absolutely. The thing is, he brought just so much joy and happiness every week, and just like a big performance. Probably wasn't the best dancer, but he was entertaining, which is the main thing.
Totally. And guys, I mean, as we said earlier on, you had a little blip earlier, but you still got a phenomenal score. 3 9s.
Yeah, it was one of that. It was just I wanted to have so much fun, and even there was a tiny blip, whatever. But it just made us to go extra.
It doesn't count. If anything, it gave us more energy for afterwards. We were like, we want to do more. So no.
And people
really
were actually
happy.
saying what was the blip, so some people didn't actually,
yeah.
you know.
I mean, frankly, you meant to do it on purpose.
That was part of the
It took us
choreography.
ages to get that right.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Of course it
finally,
did.
we got it right
And
tonight.
Julia, I mean, it must have been so tough to make, Ryan, who's usually so quiet and miserable, to smile so much throughout the routine. You know?
I know, yeah. I was just keep saying, keep smiling. Come on, yeah.
It was the braces at the start. Oh, there we go.
Do you know what that is? The sound of success.
Oh, we're going there.
Guys, orchestra week next week. We can't say what your routine is, what your song is, but are we in for something special?
It's going to be epic.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
I think it's potential to be a very special moment.
Yes.
So look, we're
Yes.
going to work extremely hard. It's a big occasion, and big orchestra, and hopefully we'll.
A big dance.
It's a big dance.
Everything is big. Fantastic, guys. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
and
much,
well
James.
done.
Thank you.
3 9s.
guys.
And now,
Hello.
Julian.
Good evening.
First of all, I need to bow to the jacket.
Well,
It's my favourite one of yours so far.
Really?
It's amazing.
it's my homage to Valentine's.
I love it.
I wanted to bring the love. First big elimination, so I wanted to share the love with everybody.
Julian.
Yes,
I
well,
mean, look, those 3 that were standing there, Ray, Brian, and Sinead, were you shocked with the final 2?
Oh, you know what? I was in a way, I have to say. I didn't expect Sinead to be there, Brian, but you just never know. The general public, as I say, we tried to guide everybody, but somebody had to go home, James, But I think tonight Sinead did dance very well. So she just bit by. But Brian is an amazing showman.
I mean,
He's such an entertainer.
but what did Brian bring to the show? I mean, the list is endless.
This is an entertainment show, and Brian brought the entertainment factor. He sold it week on week. If we could bottle all his presentation skills and give it to the rest of the dancers, they'd all be on 10s. Because he sold it, and he put his heart and soul into it, And, it's sad to see him go, but it's a competition.
Of course. And Julian, did you notice the dynamic in Ardmore tonight? Was it a lot more tense, given that it was the first dance-off of the season?
Do you know what? There was quiet sort of little nerves in the background. I could see a little bit of that.
Definitely a little bit of a change,
There was
wasn't
a
there?
change, absolutely. There was something in the atmosphere tonight. But you know what? That's good, because they knew something was coming, and everyone just wanted to do their best and wish everyone good. So,
Of course. And Julian, it is orchestra week next week.
Oh.
I mean, everyone said it last year. The magic that was in the air, it just changes everything, doesn't it?
Boom, bang, a bang, bring on the orchestra, bring out the trumpets, bring on the drums. This is the magic. And also, having danced with orchestras in the past myself, to be on a live stage with a 30-piece orchestra is phenomenal. They are going to have a magical moment for the celebs next week. So I'm really looking forward to them having that special box office moment.
I think when people sign up to the show and they heard Orchestra Week was there, everyone just wanted to get there because it's such a special moment.
Yeah, it is. It is probably one of the highlights of the entire series. It is very special for everybody, for the musicians as well, for the dancers and the celebrities to have that magic moment in the spotlight.
Totally. And Julian, I have to ask, without revealing too much, what might we expect from you next week in the ensemble department?
Well, we have a little something. Think orchestra, think big, think glam, think zhuzh, think a little je ne sais quoi, and of course, sparkle.
And actually, Julian, I'm on the Today Show with Maura and Dahi.
Oh, I love Maura and
Now,
Dahi.
I'm going to ask, would you let Dahi O'Shea wear this jacket?
I would let Dahi O'Shea into my closet anytime.
Oh.
I mean, this and any other of my ensembles. So, Dahi, if you're up for it, come visit me. You can have a little something going on.
Fantastic.
Or I'll have one created for him.
Amazing.
And maybe even you too.
Oh, sure, look, we could form a new boy band.
We could.
We'll
The
be honest.
double J's.
Oh, it'd be brilliant.
Boom.
Julian, thank you so much.
Oh, no,
Amazing.
thank you.
Can't wait for next week.
Oh, yeah.
And we can't wait to see what he's going to be wearing.
Cha-cha-boom.
I see the lovely Lottie Ryan. Lottie, oh,
My darling.
how are the nerves? Talk to
No,
me.
it's been such a strange day. I was just saying, I feel like everybody's been on a high today because it's Love Week and everyone was in great form. And now, with the dance off and Brian leaving, everybody has just crashed and
Yeah.
everyone is very upset. So it's a really strange roller coaster of feelings tonight.
I mean, Brian is a huge loss, not only to the show and to the public, but to you guys as a
To
whole.
us as a group, as we've become very tightly knit and close friends, and even the banter that we have before we come out. Brian is the guy who's always messing, he's joking. When people are feeling crap, he picks you up. He's just an incredible person to have around. So I can't imagine what next weekend would be like without him, to be honest.
But the main thing is, Lottie, you are through to next week, week 8, Orchestra Week. I mean, this is next level.
To be honest with you, I think this is the week that a lot of people aim for, to perform with a live band. I mean, live music.
And I mean, Lottie, you be here in the RT Concert Orchestra beside you and work all the time.
Absolutely.
This must be particularly special for you.
Yeah, it is particularly special also because Jenny Green gets to perform with them all the time.
Oh, see now, it's your
so
turn.
I feel like it's my turn. Look, it's the man of the moment.
There he is. With the best hair
I know.
in
he has
Ardmore.
better hair than
It's
me.
nice today, yeah?
It's fantastic. It's a sort of a wet, tussled wave.
Thank you. Very exotic.
Very exotic. Oh, absolutely very exotic. Camille Pasquale, Lottie killed it tonight. 2 9s and a 10. I mean, she's fabulous.
She's fabulous, but most important, her energy is just on another level. Yeah, and she made me dream again tonight. Thank you.
There you go. And I mean, each week you must think, you know, how can I get more out of it? But you always do. I mean,
In a different way.
what does he be doing, Lottie? There's no stopping you.
Yeah, rehearsals are we
intense.
we have intense rehearsals.
This sounds rather frightening, yes.
Yeah, no, but like that's what you have to do. You have to put the work in to get the performance on the Sunday. That's what it's all about, and it's so enjoyable having something at the beginning of the week that you can't do, and by the end of the week,
But also,
achieving it.
What I always say to her, the most important thing is to come here and enjoy. She needs to enjoy herself. She needs to be connected with herself, with the dancing, and obviously with myself.
But that always comes across, Lottie, because, I mean, obviously you always say that you're nervous, but there obviously is a moment where you just say, right, this is happening and I'm doing it.
I think when the music starts.
So when you're on the floor, yeah.
Even when you're walking out, like I'm nervous right up until the very moment. You can't help it. It's not. This isn't what I do on an everyday basis. You know, it's still very new to me. But he makes me feel very comfortable on the floor, and I trust him so much. So it's always gone well. Like I've never not been happy at the end of a routine.
Oh, lads. These are a friendship for the ages. These are beautiful. Sorry, well done.
Thank you.
Through to next week. It's going to be amazing. And Lottie, just leave those feathers in my dressing room, will you?
Of course.
Thanks a million. Of course. She promised me. Brian, well.
I think we go quite well for it.
We are coordinated
What a
tonight.
couple, what a
People will be
couple.
talking
I
about
know,
us, love
yeah.
week and all. Brian, okay, don't mince your words. How are you feeling about that result?
If I want to be straight about it, it was the wrong dance off in the first place, so we were faced with having to pick between two people that probably shouldn't have been there. Brian did improve a little bit. You could see he tried to bring that passion and that attack. I think he could do that. I didn't think Sinead had the opportunity to improve a little bit, so he improved a bit. Got a little bit messy around the edges as a result of that attack, but it just wasn't, as I said, just wasn't quite enough to to bring up to that
And
level.
you were saying there that it wasn't the dance off you would envision. So
No.
who would you have had in the dance off?
Well, I mean, it's very easy to see from the judges' point of view who he would have had in the dance-off. You know, there was 3 of them on very similar scores. Brian, maybe not, but you could have had Father Ray in there quite easily for sure.
Okay, and I mean, are you frustrated by it?
No, it is what
No,
it
it
is.
is what it
You know,
is.
as Brian was saying a couple of times tonight, you know, the public are a huge part of this show. We accept that. You know, I'm not narcissistic enough to believe that everything I should say it should happen.
No,
I'm
I
not
know,
on
I
TV
know.
anyway. So yeah, the public play parts in it. It's you feel slightly frustrated maybe for the person going home.
Yeah.
But they know it's part of the show as well, and they've got to accept it.
And I suppose Father Ray, he's doing his best.
He is, and he's improved. I mean, I said it when I think the week he went from 1 to 2, that it was a 100%.
I mean, I think that
improvement.
there's a petition against you with that one paddle, Brian.
I know, yeah.
No one
yeah.
knew it existed.
I haven't looked for it since, but that's testament to him, you know. So he's improved. He went to a 2 and now a 4, and he's been fairly consistent the last 2 weeks. Big challenges ahead, but he survived when he was bottom tonight. So who knows?
Brian, I tell you, it's mad.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
I will try my best. Janie Mackers, we've so much to think about, Brian.
I know, yeah.
Loving the ensemble.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I'm
you.
hoping there'll be some
Cool
glitter
enjoy.
next week.
Yeah, we'll try.
Beautiful, Brian. And look, me too, pals.
The Queen is back.
Oh, John and Mary.
What a relief!
Oh,
I'm not
when
gonna
you were
lie.
when you're standing there, first of all, you don't want to be called for the dance off, and then hearing your name at all, Mary, what was going through your head?
Oh, well, the worst case scenario, I kept saying to John, you know,
what's it going to be like if we have to do the dance-off? And he says, it's always nerve-wracking. I mean, he's won, and he still finds it nerve-wracking, standing there waiting to see will your name be called out.
Yeah. I mean, you're obviously so happy for Mary to go through.
Absolutely,
And as you said, she did a fabulous job tonight.
She did indeed. I mean, like, but when you're second from the bottom, you're like, oh, even though we know we did a fabulous job, you never know what way the public are going. So, I mean, it was a breath of fresh air.
Were you annoyed now with the judges' scores?
I was. I'm not going to lie. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I was as well.
Yeah.
I think we did quite a good job.
Yeah.
You did. You really did.
Yeah, we feel that there's a huge improvement in the way I dance since the time when we got higher marks.
Yeah,
So
I mean, their comments are great. And then they come in 5. You're like, oh, okay. So you don't really know what way to expect it. But
Totally. No.
it's their opinion. They're entitled to it.
And I mean,
so.
it must be, obviously, you want to just think about yourself, but it must be near impossible not to see where you are on the leaderboard and compare yourself to the people above and below you.
well, try not to think too much about that. You know, for me, and John is always saying, you only have to think about yourself when you're out there. If you try to compare yourself with others who are a different age, a different skill level, you know, you'd wreck your head.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
it's
And
bad enough.
I mean, the main thing is, all these horrible things aside, did you enjoy tonight, Mary?
Oh, I loved it. It was just lovely. I really enjoyed the dance. I loved when we were, you know, kind of doing that sway, and then when we took off and did the waltz, and the audience reacted.
Sorry,
it was
Nick,
lovely.
that was a fantastic arm there.
See that arm?
I don't know what the judges were talking about.
I see those 3 arms.
Look at that. Just look.
What do
What
they
are
know?
What are they knowing?
And I think now we should use that dance as the official music video to the song for Dermot. Will you have a word with them?
I'll have a word.
I think
with
so.
It doesn't have to save him a few bob as well.
Yeah, it'd be great. They could just borrow the footage.
Could be a video, yeah.
Why not? John and Mary, thank you so much, and well
you,
done.
James.
Orchestra Week next
I
week.
know.
Mary.
I'm so
can't
looking
believe it.
forward to that. That will be
It's
very
a stunning
special
week.
as well.
Yeah, it's an absolute stunning week. So.
Well, look, I'll let you off. John, you need to get your
Lovely.
spice back.
I have indeed.
The
I'm on
Sunday
the way.
night
I'm
ritual.
bringing it in now.
Mary, go off and get a cup of tea there.
Go
My
on.
God, you deserve it. So there we have it, guys. I tell you, I need to sit down after that. The most stressful week we've had all season. The first dance-off, Brian and Laura had to go, but it's all to play for again next week with Orchestra Week. Remember, check out our podcast tomorrow morning. And for all the goss, keep your eye on RTE1 social media throughout the week, and we will see you next Sunday. Woo!